my favorite makeup looks for fall and especially the winter season is a mauve look. You get that cool toned purpley pink that makes you look like you've just been walking outside in a chilly November day. It's Sunday, I've had a cozy morning, and I'm ready to film a makeup look. Oh my god, it's been a while. Now, I'm going to be recreating a look I did last year around this time, a mauve wintry look. We're using some new products. We're using some old products. I am wearing the same sweater I wore in that video. So let's get started. All right, so the first product, we're just going to tame these eyebrows because they are taking on a life of their own. I am getting them done this week. Microphones. So I'm going to get them wax and tinted, my favorite. So then I don't have to fill them in. But for now, I'm just going to slick them down. I really don't feel like spending time on my eyebrows, so I'm just leaving them at that. Are they perfect? No, my makeup usually isn't perfect. Now, I got a new concealer at the Sephora sale. I wasn't planning on picking up anything, but I just had to replace my Rotting Tower 28 concealer. I'd had it for too long. It was starting to smell different. Time to replace. One that I've wanted to try for a very long time, since I got a sample of it, I believe earlier this year, is the Tarte Creaseless Creamy Concealer. This is a great shade for me. It's 22N. Now, I will say I have been using some medicated skincare, which has been causing my skin to get very flaky. So while I used this earlier in the year and it was stunning under the eyes, it has great coverage while not settling into lines and getting crunchy. It is now doing that, but that's because of my skin. So I'm just having to counteract that with some more hydrating skincare. I don't know, maybe I should have gotten something else. I already had to return it to get a different shade. I don't want to return it again. So I'm going to be adding some Say Star Glow Glowy Super Gel, and this is going to be my base. The Say Dew Gel just helps it spread on the skin, not be so concealer looking, and it creates like a different formula. And this way I'm using one product 2 times on the face. I'm just gonna add some right on my skin just because it's on my finger. And then I'm using a dual fiber brush. This one's by MAC. It has rubbed off 137S, I believe, or it could be 187S, hard to tell. But I like this because it really beautifully diffuses the product onto the skin. So we're not going to get any bunching. It lightly applies the makeup. So it's a beautiful filter on the face. Getting up close with the mirror to make sure everything is how I want on the skin. We don't have a lot on the skin now, but if you work in layers, it just helps. Helps to catch the mistakes. Don't look at that pimple. It is a black crater on my face. I shouldn't have touched it. Yeah, that's gonna take a while to go away. Just ignore. No concealer can help with a scab. More coffee. I told you, this is super quick makeup. Minimal products, so now we're just going in with the concealer on my eyes. Maybe I always like going around the nose and on the cheeks where I have just some scarring. I'm gonna blend out my eyes first. I always like to cover up these little dark outer corners of my eyes. Go into the crease, cancel out veins, so many veins. The concealer around my nose, I like to blend it out and then take it kind of up the nose, down the sides here onto the face. Oh yeah, that's looking a lot better today. I put some eye patches on. I was enjoying my coffee in bed. I was watching some YouTube. It's a nice calming start to my morning, especially on a Sunday. How do you like to spend your Sundays? Are they quite busy, or do you get to have time to relax? I have been doing school. I almost haven't had a day off in a few months. Every day I've been having to work on projects, studying for midterms. I had a class in anthropology. Well, I'm still in it. An anthropology class where I've had 2 midterms. 2! It's been brutal. I feel confident with the amount of coverage I have. It's a little more than I usually go for, but you know, oh well. Probably should have just done like 1 swipe of that concealer. It is nice and full coverage. Now we're going into blush. We're starting to use these mauve-y colors. Now I have 2 blushes that I don't believe I had at the time. So I also have the Say Dew blush in the shade Chili, so hello. A perfect like pinky mauve purpley tone to make it look like you've been outside on a winter's walk. But I also used some points at Sephora recently to pick up the Glow Recipe blush serums. This is in the shade Berry Flush. This is a beautiful formula. It's very nice if you just want, if you're scared of overdoing your blush, and especially with the deeper colors like a berry or a red, and you don't want it to be too much on the cheeks, this almost feels foolproof. It is such a beautiful formula, and I'm kind of sad that creators haven't been talking about it as much. I don't remember when they launched this blush serum, but there was hype around it. People tried it, and now no one's talking about it. Here, let me show you on my hand. It also smells good. Sorry, I love when products smell good. So see, that's like super purple berry, seems intense. And then we're just going to blend it out. Okay, it's looking a little patchy, but just wait for the magic. Do you see how light? There's a nice glow. I actually don't find it overly glowy. It's not offensive. The Say can be very glowy, and it's a little more pigmented. So if you're a little scared, it's a little more pink too, I find. If you're more scared of messing up your blush, this one you can go a little more overboard with. Yeah, see how this is just like, ooh, it's there, but it's very subtle. This is more bam. It's also very glossy compared to Glow Recipe. I am tempted to do, I think we'll do Say. I don't know if I've had the Say Dew Gel that much on my channel, so let's do it. Do a little there, little there. And then I do like to use a blush brush. This is 04 by Ruffer, just a little angled there to pick up some of the product. I find when I use my fingers, it's if I want more pigment to stay on my face, while the brush will just pick up, especially this one, it's so good. It will pick up the perfect amount of product, so you just get this beautiful diffusion of the blush shade. Ooh, that's a lot of blush. Love it. I'm not a fan of having too much glow in this area and kind of up here along the side of my nose. So I'm gonna, very dirty, but you can tell that I've been using it. Hourglass, the Veil, whatever, translucent, Vanish airbrush pressed powder. I love this stuff. It works fantastic. Now you will probably get a little glow come out later in the day, but even with the Huda Beauty, which is very blurring and it soaks up all that oil, 6 hours in, I'm getting some oil peek through, or some shine, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just using the powder, picked up quite a bit, press it into my hand, get off that excess. So the product is really in this puff, and I'm not going to get this overly powdery, cakey effect on my skin. And then press it around my nose and my smile lines up into my eye. And I do like to dot it just at where the blush and the concealer meet. Diffuse it further. Wow, I've actually used quite a bit of this. Nice. Other side. I don't want to lose the glow that the blush has put on. I just want it to look Now, I've been liking to use a little bit more liner in my routine, not liquid. I'm still using the MAC Color Excess. What shade is this? Skip the Waitlist. What a cute name. It's a bronzy, shimmery, cool tone brown. Bronze isn't cool tone, so anyways. It can be a little difficult to work with. It's not my favorite formula, but I did get this for free last year with the MAC birthday program that they have. So I'm still using it. I find that it dries out a bit. I don't know how. I always have it like beneath the little exit there. As you can see, it's just twist up and down. It's not a wooden pencil. I just kind of like hold my eye. I know you're not supposed to do this, but you know what? I am not a makeup artist. I am just here trying my best, trying to get a decent looking eyeliner on my eye with a pencil that doesn't want to work with me. I do have to get right up close to my mirror, so I'll be back. So see, just a little on that outside there to add some drama to the eye. And I do it with just really short strokes. I'm not doing a line. We don't do lines, not continuous. Just really short strokes to frame the eye. And then I'm just going to use a very thin angled eyeshadow brush and pop into the Pretty Grunge palette by Huda Beauty. And I'm gonna use this cool tone brown just to diffuse this line so it's not sharp and maybe trick the eye into thinking it's seamless. If it's blurry, you know, you're like, ooh, I don't know. Did she do that on purpose? I don't know. It also helps cover up any skipping. Okay, now you know the drill if you've been to my videos before. I love to use the MAC. It's just a half eyelash curler. I don't see it on their website anymore. They might still have it in store. And I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes. I'll be right back. Now, another birthday present I got from MAC is the MAC Stack Mascara. I love this stuff so much. I haven't used it for a long time because I believe it's like $35 or more. But I got a free one for my birthday. It's just their little mini travel size. But I love for how dramatic this will make your eyelashes look. Holy man. You only need a few swipes. I will say it doesn't keep like the curl in the eyelashes, I think because the formula is quite heavy. So you have to decide what matters to you in a mascara. But it just makes, here, I'll get close. It makes my eyelashes look thick and long and beautiful. Love, 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 love this eye look. And I will be sad when it runs out because it's only a mini one. But I was recently watching one of Tati's YouTube videos about drugstore mascara, and she said that there's a new one by CoverGirl. It's in like a pink tube that's supposed to be beautiful, very fluttery, full looking eyelashes. So I will be very interested to try that when this runs out. Oh, I have some eyelashes misbehaving. Get in line. See? Beautiful. Very happy with that. Okay, now on for lips, which I believe last year I just used Rhyme by Ilia. Still love this so much. Beautiful is just all over lipstick. We're going to be doing it a little differently this year. We're elevating the lip look. Now, right now I just have the Rhode Peptide Lip Treatment. I didn't know that that was a tongue twister. Apparently it is. Love this stuff. This is going to replace all of my lip gloss, but like lip treatment, you know, hydrating products. It's not necessarily going to replace products that have like glitter in it and that are more fun, like the Fenty Beauty gloss bombs. But I am so blown away by how if you put this on at night, you will still feel it on your lips in the morning. Not gloss, but you feel that hydrated. Your lips feel different. I am so impressed with these. I got the shade Salted Caramel. It's not my favorite scent. It's a little perfumey tasting, if that makes sense. I'd really like to try the watermelon. Smells divine. So I have that on my lips. It is still on there, even after all this filming and talking and drinking and coffee and So I'm just gonna kind of blot that out because I want to put some lip liner on. I go between a love and like an indifference with this lip liner from MAC. It's Stone. She is a dark, cool tone brown, kind of taupey color. And sometimes I'm like, yes, this is so beautiful. And then other times I feel like, oh, what have I just lined my lips in? They look ridiculous. I'm in a love type relationship with it now. So I'm just gonna outline my lips, overdrawing just a little bit under the Cupid's, no, what's this? The lower lip and the Cupid's bow. And actually what's nice about putting on that Rhode lip treatment before you do any lip liners, especially if they're a little stiffer like the MAC ones, it glides on so beautifully. Like, look at that, it's already diffused. I don't need to blend it out with my finger. Now that does mean it's not like sticking to the skin. There's a bit of a, you know, whatever the butters and oils that are in that lip product, it creates a bit of a barrier, so not as long lasting, but it's an option if you struggle with lip liner. Just put on a little lip butter before. Wow. I usually really struggle with getting symmetry in my lips when I do a darker lip liner. That doesn't look too bad. If you struggle with it like I do, I find taking actually a step back, like a few steps back from your mirror, looking at your lips and seeing where you've kind of gone astray, and then drawing it from afar. And then of course go back in to make sure it's not crazy. But if you look at it from afar, you're like, oh yeah, okay, so I maybe need to fill out a little here, go back in, blend it out. It helps me. And then to bring in that mauve coolness, I'm going to use Ilia, but I'm not going to go all over the lip. We're doing it differently, remember? I'm just going to kind of trace where I put the Stone lip liner. Let me show you. Just a little like that. So we're almost doing 2 lip liners. Blend it out again. It's looking nice. And then I'm going to use the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Riri, which is a beautiful mauve tone. It has really fun sparkles in it. It's like gold and purple, but it does have more pigment. So I find it looks really nice to have a little bit more of my natural lip tone poking through, and then adding this. So I'm still getting lots of color on my lip, but I find it just helps all of the formulas not look like too much because I have smaller lips. My lips can't always carry 3 different products on it, or like 3 different lip liners and then gloss and lipstick. It's just, it ends up being very gloopy. And then this is just what I've been experimenting with recently. And I don't know, I felt very confident wearing it, which is my biggest marker for good makeup is, do I feel confident? Hell yeah, I feel confident today. But you know what? I totally forgot a step. I've been trying to wear a little bit more eye makeup, and so I'm just using the shade Maverick in the Huda Beauty palette. It's just a silver sparkle, just really lightly pressing it over the lid. So it's like you wouldn't see this unless you were very close and speaking to me, but it's something that I know is there. And then it's just really beautiful. This is my updated 2025 mauve makeup look for the winter season. I don't even know if we're technically in winter yet. I think it's still fall. With glowy skin, defined lips and eyes, wearing makeup but not overly saturating my face in it. So this could be done for daytime, nighttime, however you want. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Listen, I know it's not great to put this at the end of a video, but if you have watched the whole video and you're new here, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. I'm working on different formatting. I've taken a little bit of a break because school has been so insane. I really need to find a better routine so I can get all the things I want to do done. I love YouTube. I want to continue growing it, and the schedule has just been insane. So please bear with me as I move through this life change. Hopefully I will be posting more frequently. We're going to be doing maybe some vlogs. I'd kind of like to do like a makeup diaries type of vlog where, I can do this and sit down and just show you my makeup, but what does it look like when I leave, when I go to school, when it's raining and windy outside? What does my makeup look like? Is it still nice? Was it worth it? Talking about that in a vlog. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are and do something nice for yourself.